So this is kind of interesting. The Zero, when I first got the grinder, this is a 078S. It arrived at the 0 point, and I thought that was dangerous, or that's usually you don't want your grinder to be at 0 point. That's where you risk the burrs touching and causing damage. But yeah, I was running it like 1, and then with a light roast and a high flow, high extracting basket for espresso, I couldn't grind fine enough. I only do 16 grams, so probably requires a finer grind than most people with 18 grams or 20 grams, which is maybe more standard. But yeah, even at 0, I wasn't getting enough pressure to have like a properly timed shot. So yeah, this is a neat thing with the grinder. So to recalibrate, it's got a magnetic thing, and yeah, it's super easy to get that off, and you just unscrew this peg and replace it. So originally it was here. Basically, originally it was there, and I moved it 2 over, and I'm still not touching, it's still not at burr touch point. So that means we have lots of room for adjustability. The downside about replacing this, the position of the pin, is now I can go finer, but I'm sacrificing on the coarser end, and for larger pour overs, or if you're doing cold brew or something where you want to grind coarse, you're probably not going to get the range, the coarseness that you want. But it's super easy to readjust it. It'd be nice if you can go past 0, but it has a hard stop there. It also has a hard stop at 18. So yeah, the only downside is now I got to remember, if I was grinding at 1 for another coffee, what's my setting now? So before I was grinding at, yeah, I was grinding at 0, and it was still not fast enough for a light roast. So I just did 2 pegs. So I think 2 should be, let's double check. Yeah, so the peg would be there. Yeah, this is the old 0. Pretty sure. Or it's close to it anyway. So yeah, now I got extra range, and even 2 pegs closer, like a minus, this is basically -2. It's still, I wasn't hearing any burr ticking, like the burrs aren't close enough that it's gonna risk damage even if I go to 0 again. But I don't think I'll ever need to, even with the super fine grind size. I don't think I'll need to go. I think, yeah, even at like number 1, it would probably be fine. Yeah, so I'll try this and see what happens. Something like that. Yeah, and the other issue is this dial indicator. Not amazing, but there's mods for that already.